Hi, I am so sorry and embarrassed that I didn't do this video sooner because a lot of people asked for this and it's been over 3 years and I always promised that, yeah, I'm doing it next week, yeah, next month. Then I didn't. I'm so sorry about it. There was a lot going on in my life, like first COVID, then I did my bachelor's degree. I went abroad for my bachelor's degree for some time and I never really felt comfortable speaking in front of the camera, but I just started streaming a few months ago and I feel really comfortable with this setup here. So I thought, like, yeah, maybe I should do the video like this and just pretend like I am streaming. And I would just put some videos sometimes of tarot in here somewhere. And yeah, I hope that's the best solution for everyone. I also was thinking about doing a live stream and just answering all the questions there and just discussing everything, but I'm not sure if you're interested in that, but maybe you can let me know in the comments. I never imagined that a video on YouTube will have this many views. Like the video has now over 30K views, which is a lot in my opinion for YouTube. On TikTok it's a different thing, but on YouTube it's harder to generate views and subscribers in my opinion. But so I was very surprised and I never thought that I will do a second video because I thought like nobody will watch it anyway. But yeah, here I am 3 years later. I'm so sorry. The video will probably be a little bit longer, so I will put it in different parts, I think. I'm not sure because I don't have a script, nothing. I was just thinking 10 minutes ago, okay? I really want to do the video now. Maybe I should do it now. So I sat down and I'm doing it without a script, nothing. So please bear with me. I was thinking about first going into the video and reading some comments and maybe answering those comments. Don't mind the chat box here, it's for Twitch. My first video was just 5 minutes. I'm not really sure anymore what exactly I talked about, but here it says why I chose an Akita. It's still the same. I would always choose an Akita. It's the perfect breed for me. I was never really a dog person, like the typical dog. Like there in German we say Treudoof. I'm not sure how this translates to English, but it's when someone is really naive and just follows you, and that's the case for most dogs. And that's why many people get dogs, but I don't really like that trait so much. But anyway, I always refer to Akitas as like big, chunky cats. I'm not really a cat person either, but like the Akita just combines the traits of a dog and a cat, like best of both worlds, or maybe should I say the worst, because Akitas are not for everyone. Let's say like that. I always say to my friends, like, you should never get an Akita. Never. Because I don't trust most of the people with an Akita, and they're not the typical dog breed, like I said. They are very independent. If you say sit, they know what it means, but they probably won't do it like every time. Also, when I want to play games with tarot, I think maybe I will put the video in here. Yeah, I think that's the best thing that I can do. Just paste it over there. Anyway, like also when I want to play with Taurus, like he's very playful on some days, but he is not the typical dog. I think the video speaks for itself. That I will paste here later. They're big chunky cats. That's what they are, and they're not for everyone. Training, yes, I still try to do a lot of training, and I'm not sure if he is dumb or if he's so smart that he wants me to think he's dumb. I think it's the second one because it didn't matter how often I did something with him. For example, the command wait. He knows the command and he sometimes is doing it, but not always. For example, when crossing the street. Sometimes he just runs over the street like a fucking maniac, even though like he knows the commands, and sometimes he's waiting, but sometimes he is not. That's the point with an Akita. That's one of the reasons why he's always leashed. He's also always leashed because he shows aggression towards other dogs, and other dogs are showing aggression towards him. I think I talked in my first video a lot about socialization. Oh, sorry, English is not my first language, and that word is so hard for me. And it didn't matter in the end. he had some dog friends he hates now today. Like suddenly something just snapped in his brain and he hates them. But some others he still likes them. Like there's a small dog named Baloo and he still loves him. I always have to take care that he doesn't squish him because it's just like a 1 kilo dog and he's like 40 kilos. But it's some other dogs, like I don't know what happened there, but it is what it is. Mostly other dogs are showing aggression towards him. First, I thought it's because of the way Akitas look. They look very arrogant, like with the ears and the tail. Like they have like an arrogant style. But I just noticed after some time that many dogs didn't even see him and wanted to come running at him. Like even 2 blocks away, you hear them barking suddenly when I go outside with him. And I think so it's probably the smell. I'm not really sure why, but maybe it's because Akitas are very close to wolves. And maybe he just smells like a wolf, like a danger dog. I don't know. So most of the walks are very stressful for me because there's so many off-leash dogs. I don't go into off-leash areas, but still, even in the areas where you have to put your dog on a leash, in Germany, you have to. It's the law. And there's still so many people who don't do it. And I don't mind off-leash dogs if they have a good recall. But I think 80% of them don't. And they're just coming running at us. And Taro doesn't like it, even if the other dog isn't aggressive first, but he doesn't like it when a dog is like face to face, like that. I also don't like it as a human when somebody would come in this close to me, like, hey, 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 do you want to play? I'll probably snap too, so I'm not mad at him for snapping. But yeah, many owners don't understand it and I just hate it, and that makes every walk very stressful. And people who get an Akita need to realize that they're mostly lone wolves. Either they're aggressive towards other dogs or the other dogs are aggressive towards them. It's not always the case, of course, but it's often like that. I talked to other Akita owners and yeah, they said the same. You just have to know that. It wouldn't be that bad if the other people would just leash their dogs or at least call them when they see that there is a leashed dog. Because if we're 1 or 2 meters apart, it's totally fine. Even when the other dog is barking at him and wants to attack him, Taro is mostly like, oh no, I don't mind, I don't care. That's a big problem here, but that's another topic which I could discuss for hours because it makes me so mad. Anyway, I think I will not read the comments right now because I think the video is already very long. I would just keep talking and then do the comments after that. Pet boundaries. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Humans have to respect that. It's the same like I said in the video. Like I know his boundaries, that he doesn't like to cuddle a lot. And I accept that, but also other owners and dogs have to accept his boundaries. And it's that he needs some distance to other people or dogs. And many owners don't want to accept it. They're like, oh, my dog just wants to play. Yeah, but my dog maybe doesn't want to play. Ever thought about that? It's not just about that. Like maybe he is sick or he had a surgery. Like it could be anything. Just please, if you have a dog and he or she is off a leash and you see another leash dog, ask the owner if it's okay if your dog is going to that dog, because you are giving us a damn hard time if your dog is just jumping at us. So please ask. Even the dogs Taro knows and where know that he is like both of them are friendly, I still ask because maybe the owners don't want it that day. Maybe they don't have time. Like, it could be anything. Just ask, okay? Just ask. It's easy. Anyway, 2 days ago, I was almost crying because I had a really hard day with him. When he was small, he was really an angel, but on some days he's just a maniac, and I almost cried because on that day he was just, as soon as he saw a dog, he was sitting down and already like growling a little bit, like even when it was 200 meters away, and I was like, what was going on? Like, why are you doing this to me? And I just noticed that I got really aggressive towards him, like not in a harmful way. I would never ever harm my dog, but still, I noticed that my tone got really aggressive and that I got like rough with him. Like I said, I would never hurt him, but I just got rough and tried to keep a distance from the others and just but it's very hard when you have a 40-kilo dog on a leash. And then I just said like, okay, no, no, we are going home. Because if you get really frustrated, your dog will notice it too, and your dog will get frustrated too, and nobody of you is having fun. So I just decided to go home, cool off a little bit, and try it again later. That is something that can happen quite a lot with Akitas. You have a lot of days where you get frustrated. I'm not sure how exactly it is with other dog breeds, but I know for sure that it's really common with Akitas. I talk a lot to other owners, and yeah, it's really common. And on some days, you just want to scream. And Akitas are very sensitive. They notice that a lot when the mood is shifting into something negative, and they remember it. They're like an elephant. Just remember the bad moments. So just try to keep calm. That's the best thing you could do because they're really stubborn. And if you get more mad, they will go more stubborn. And then you're just talking against the wall. Just go home, cool off. The next day was way better. It was my perfect little boy again. Just keep that in mind that Akitas are giving you a hard time a lot of times. That they're not really the dog you can go in the dog park with. I know there's some exemptions. I know that. But most Akitas are really just want to be on their own. But they can also be total sweethearts. I just like to talk about the negative aspects a lot because I don't want a lot of people to have Akitas just because they're beautiful. You really need to know what you're getting into, so I talk about the negative stuff a lot. There are also positive sides, of course. I would never get another dog breed. I love Akitas, but yeah, I don't want to glorify them and make other people think like, oh yeah, I also want an Akita. They are like Hachiko, right? Ah, I think I forgot about like talking about his disease. Like I said, Akitas are so sensitive. And when I went to Japan, he developed a disease called, let me check it, sebaceous adenitis. It's an immune-mediated disorder in which an inflammatory process is directed against the sebaceous glands in the skin. The sebaceous glands are associated with the hair follicles and produce the substance that helps to keep the skin supple and the hair coat soft. He lost a lot of hair. A lot. And I felt so sorry that I couldn't be there for him. He would probably develop the disease anyway, even when I didn't laugh, but maybe not that fast. Like I said, Akitas are very sensitive, and suddenly he lost all his fur when I was gone. My mother and her fiance worked a lot, so his skin got better. And after a few months, his fur grew back, and now it's completely back to normal, actually. Now, some years later, it was in 2022 where that happened. And yeah, it's 2 years later now, and his fur is completely back. But he gets a bath once a week and special food. So I think that's all I have to say for now. This will be the first part of the video, I think, and now I will get into all those comments and see if there is something unanswered.